Hey, Books and Vic. Hey, Tara. How's it going? Tara, is it Tara or Tara? Tara for one or two for Tara? I'm assuming it's Tara. Tara, okay. Thank you so much for that gift. I really appreciate it. I haven't opened them yet. I have them right here. And I have the other one right here. I love it. I'm going to open it. After 2 books, I'm going to open it because I want everybody to see it. We'll make it nice. How's everybody doing tonight? How are you feeling? We'll begin in a couple of minutes, so just wait for the Trump Blues Bubba is. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Dave always makes me laugh. Trump Blues Bubba. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. We'll begin in a couple of minutes, 10 minutes after the hour. Or 20 people in the room. Welcome to those of you who are on YouTube. We'll begin in a couple of minutes, guys. Hey, Bree, welcome in. Bree, I'm dragging. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I am dragging. These weeks have just been, there's been a lot going on with work. Welcome to those of you on YouTube. Welcome in. Thank you. Here is a full glance of the tree. It's a very colorful tree. Yeah, we're almost there. Yeah, tomorrow's my last day. Thank God. I don't know, Bucks and Babe. It's just been I don't know. I mean, I think it might be anxiety. I think it might be my anxiety. I think it might be just the pressure of work right now. Last year it wasn't like this. It was interesting. Yeah. YouTube, my favorite Christmas movie is I love watching actually I just watched yesterday Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I purchased that. I know it's not a movie, but that's my favorite Christmas movie. I love watching that. Hey Yule, I can't get your YouTube to work. The live one? Oh no, Bree, really? A bad panic attack at work last weekend. I had to go to the hospital. Oh my gosh, what was that all about? Was it personal stuff or was it work? Guys, I'm in one of those moods. I don't know what. I don't know what it is, but I'm in one of those moods where the apartment is disorganized. I have books everywhere, kitty litter everywhere. Bam Bam, he's been struggling to go to the. He's been struggling to go to number 2, and I'll notice him in the I'll notice him in the kitty litter, and then he'll come out and he'll rub his butt on the ground. So I was looking at it yesterday, and I noticed he had this little hair popping out. And hey, Brooke Comer, and he used the bathroom again, and this time I was looking at it, and there was hair wrapped in it. So I had to go get some hairball treatment for him. Poor guy. He's struggling to get it out with all that hair. And yeah, just a lot. Work, there's a lot going on at work. Nothing bad, just the amount of work this year is a lot. So I come home, guys, and I sleep. I'm sorry. I come home, I get on the sofa, I'm like, you know what? I need to sleep. I'm like crawling to the finish line. I have to, yeah, Trump blows well, but they are. They are. I have to constantly vacuum because of the hair. I gotta vacuum all the time. I gotta clean all the time because the hair just collects if I don't. Hey, Lauren, welcome in. Mike Silva, welcome in. Mike Silva was really good. Today it's finals week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Um, we get out at 12:30. The kids leave at 12:30. Yeah, it's Heather Genzer. Hey, Heather Genzer, welcome in. Yeah, it is just a lot of emotional stuff. Just the amount of work, the end of the semester stuff. Had a lot of good. We gave out our awards today to our students that were the most successful this semester. So that was always nice. But I just feel tired. I don't know what it is. Hey, Samantha, welcome in. I don't like to bring that energy to the live. I always like to be a clear space. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Definitely tomorrow, though, we will be doing Project Wednesday. Tomorrow, I didn't make a model yet, but tomorrow we're going to make Christmas trees out of pine cones. I do have the pine cones. Let me show you guys. I did gather some pine cones. We did this last year, but we didn't get to really finish them. They were not a finished product. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get some paint. We're gonna be using our acrylic paint, and we're gonna either use the silver or the gold or the pink, and we're gonna spray paint it, and then we're gonna put embellishments all over. We're just gonna put a lot of embellishments. I'm gonna stop by Michael's and see if I can get some more of these string lights that I got for this, so that we can put them around here. Because I really want to, I really want to decorate it with little things on it. It'd be really cute. It'll give it a natural woodsy look. Okay, we do have a surprise today. Thank you, Maria. Yes, definitely gonna love it. Maria, welcome in. We haven't seen you in a while. After our second book, Books and Babe, which her name is Tara. Books and Babe, also known as Tara, she sent me a gift for Christmas, and we're gonna open them live. I got two gifts, one and then two. So you guys get to see what I get for Christmas. I can't wait. I'm super excited. That's very nice of Tara to do that. Tara, thank you so much. Tara is Books and Babe. Books and Babe usually comes on the East Coast feed. She sent those to me via mail. So thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna start with a Christmas story. This one is called The Snow Queen. And I saw this one in the library and I thought, definitely got to get it. It's a Hans Christian Andersen. And look at the illustrations on that. Isn't that gorgeous? All right, our goal tonight is going to be 40K. Let's see if we can get to 40K. And let's set up a new goal. I was looking at the prizes. And I was noticing they've got a whole bunch of SpongeBob stuff for our um, millennial followers. Lots of SpongeBob. They have a snow globe. Let's see here. Let's do this one, a bubbly time. They're a little bit pricey. Let's do 3 of those. Confirm. Okay, we're gonna do a bubbly time. Squidward. Okay, The Snow Queen. A retelling of the fairy tale by Hans Christian Andersen. Once upon a time, a wicked troll created a powerful mirror. Hey, Whitney, welcome in. Everything was good that was reflected in the mirror looked ugly and horrible. Everything evil looked appealing. So here's the troll and here's the mirror. So every time you looked in the mirror, you got the opposite of what you looked like. The troll was proud of his creation. He decided to bring the mirror up into the heavens to make fun of the angels there. Higher and higher he flew, laughing along the way. The higher he flew, the more he laughed, until he could barely hold on to the mirror. The mirror slipped out of his hands and fell to the ground, where it broke into 1,000,000 pieces. The pieces, as small as tiny grains of sand, were picked up and carried by the wind across the earth. If a flake like that got into someone's eye, that person would forever see everything distorted. If a splinter got into someone's heart, that heart would turn to ice. The troll laughed even harder about this. He couldn't wait to see the evil his mirror would inflict upon the world. A lot going on this first page. So this evil troll takes the mirror up to the heavens because he was going to go make fun of the angels. Turns out he drops it and it shatters into a gazillion pieces. And those little pieces end up flying in the wind. And if it gets into somebody's eye, it distorts their vision. In an old city, there lived 2 families who shared a small rose garden between their houses. A girl named Greta lived in one house with her grandmother, and a boy named Kai lived in the other. They were best friends, as close as brother and sister. In the summer, they would open their window, step outside, and be together. In the winter, they would defrost their windows and wave at each other across the garden. So here are the 2 kids. I know, Patrick's store. Isn't that fun? So here are the 2 kids. Aw, look at the bubble. Isn't that cute? I love it. Look at those white bees swarming, Grandma said. Do snowflakes have a queen like bees do? Kai asked. Yes, they do, Grandma said. The snow queen flies at the center of a snowstorm. She blows onto windows and makes ice flowers. Greta imagined the snow queen and shivered. Could she come indoors if you left the window open? If she comes inside, I will melt her with the warmth from the stove and turn her into a puddle at my feet, Kai said boldly. I know. Isn't that a gorgeous illustration? Look at these windows. Isn't that beautiful? You've got this warm glow coming from the inside. It's snowy outside. And they're talking about the snow queen. If the snow queen were to come inside, we tried to melt her. Just then, a gust of icy cold wind opened the window and threw a whirl of snow into the room. Kai ran to the window and shut it. Ouch, he cried from pain when something stung his eye. It was a small piece of evil mirror that had flown in with the snow. The next moment, another splinter got into Kai's heart, and right away his world changed. Everything beautiful started to look ugly to him. and everything bad was pleasing. What happened? Did the snow get into your eyes? Asked Greta, looking worried. Get off me, girl. I'm sick and tired of sitting here and listening to stupid stories. I'm going outside to ride my sled. But it's so late. Gerda was surprised by Kai's sudden change. I don't care. I do what I want, said Kai as he put on his coat. Gerda began to cry. You look ugly when you cry, Kai said, before stomping away and leaving Gerda. So Kai did a complete 180 after that. The window opened and the snow came in. Well, along with the snow, thank you so much for that. Along with the snow came those little shards of the glass that was shattered from the mirror. Look at the little fireplace here. And it turned Kai bad. Kai ran outside to join the older children sledding in the snow until out of the darkness came a large, ornate sleigh into the town square. It drove so fast that Kai didn't even have time to take a closer look at it, but he managed to tie his sled behind this fine sleigh. The sleigh sped up, pulling Kai from the town square and through the city gates, farther than Kai had ever been before. Snowfall turned into blizzard, and Kai couldn't see anything around him. He was very cold and very scared. The other town children headed home, but Kai stubbornly clung to his sled. So there's the evil Snow Queen in her. Well, we don't know yet if she's evil, but there's the Snow Queen there in her sled. She's got a really good sleigh. She's making it happen. And Kai gets tied to the end of that sleigh. Aren't those beautiful illustrations, Maria? I agree. The snow fell harder and the snowflakes grew bigger. Finally, the sleigh came to a silent stop. The driver turned to look at Kai, her eyes piercing the storm. It was the Snow Queen. Come, Kai, come sit with me and get warm. The Snow Queen's voice whistled like the winter wind. Kai climbed into the sleigh and pulled a fur blanket over himself. The Snow Queen kissed him once on the forehead, and he was warm. She kissed him again, and he couldn't remember anything. Not Gerda, not Grandma, and not his house with a tiny garden. He stared up at the moon all night long as the snowstorm whipped around him. When day broke, he slept at the feet of the Snow Queen. So there's Kai. He's wrapped in this luxurious fur. And there's the Snow Queen. She's got this elaborate crown. Look at the details of the feathers. And then the little jewel that's up here at the top. She's got white furs. She reminds us of our owl queen. Mm-hmm. Oh, is she corny? I love it. Yeah, she reminds us of our own owl. As time passed, no one knew where Kai had gone. Most believe he had drowned in the icy river, but not Gerda. She often looked out her window at the empty garden and wished that Kai would come home. Winter turned into spring, and Gerda went to the river with her new red shoes and dropped them into the water. I will give you my new shoes if you will give me back my friend, she told the river. Aw. The current carried her shoes right back to her. The river didn't want her shoes because the river hadn't taken Kai. But Gerda thought she just needed to get farther from shore before offering her shoes. She stepped into a little boat and untied it from the dock. Too late, she realized she hadn't any oars to control the boat. The current carried it along with helpless Gerda inside. All the way down river, Gerda finally reached the land. She climbed out of the boat and cried for help. Her calls were answered by an old woman who helped her to her feet and welcomed her into her home. Then Gerda. So here's Gerda. Time has passed. Winter is over. It's springtime, and there's Gerda. She's in that boat. Look at this pretty picture. It's got these brown and gold hues, and some dark patches here. These shadows. And there's Gerda. So Gerda gets in her boat. She throws in her red shoes because she's like, if I give you my red shoes, will you give me my friend back? Isn't that a glorious picture, Brooke? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the fog on the water. Isn't that pretty? The reflection, too. And look at how she's... Hey, Caitlin, welcome in. Just glorious picture. This would be a good fall picture. It's springtime. So she goes down to the river, and she gets sucked in by the current, and then she ends up in a different place, and then she meets this old woman. The old woman was lonely and wanted Gerda to stay forever. After listening to Gerda's story, she snuck outside into the garden and used magic to remove all her roses. She did not want anything to remind Gerda of home. Gerda decided to stay and rest a while. She almost forgot about her journey to find Kai, until one day, many months later, when the old woman put on a large brimmed hat that was decorated with roses. Gerda again remembered her friend. She went out into the garden, determined to find out from the flowers what had happened to Kai. One by one, Gerda asked the tiger lilies, the honeysuckles, the daisies, and the buttercups. Each told her a story about someone lost, but they didn't know about Kai. Look at this glorious picture. You've got these beautiful flowers here. I love these. And these leaves and other types of flowers here. And there's the old lady in her garden. She's got ivy growing. She's got these beautiful lush green grasses. And Gerda would ask, yes, beautiful fall foliage. Gerda would ask the flowers about her friend Kai, but they didn't know who he was. Gerda knelt in the dirt and wept. All her tears splashed onto the ground and mixed into the soil. The roses reappeared. We have been down under the earth, they said. We know that Kai is not dead. Gerda knew that then she had to keep looking. She had to find Kai and bring him home. So she continued her journey. Okay, so she got an inkling that Kai is still alive. Gerda kept walking. Every day the air grew colder and colder, and Gerda became more tired. When the first snow of winter had fallen to the ground, Gerda was approached by a crow. Gerda was lonely, and she told the crow her story and asked if she had seen Kai. Maybe, the crow said. The boy I've seen now lives with a princess. The land they were on belonged to a princess who not long ago had decided to get married. She had decreed that all the eligible men in the land could come to the castle and woo her. Whoever was most clever would receive the princess's hand in marriage. The crow had watched the eager men line up at the palace. There he saw a boy with eyes like Gerda's and brown hair. So she stumbles across this crow. So she gets news that Kai might still be alive. So she's going to go on a search. Hey, Carrie Lindsay, welcome in. And there's the crow. We love a good crow in children's literature. Always mystical, always magical, always got to have something to do with the story. That must be Kai, Gerda said. He was carrying a knapsack. You must mean his sled, Gerda corrected. This boy was so clever that the princess chose him to be her husband. Surely that's Kai, Gerda said. Can you take me to him? Gerda followed the crow through the royal garden and to a short door in the back of the castle. The door opened onto a dark, winding staircase. Once up the stairs, they passed from one ornate hallway to the next before arriving at the royal bedchamber. And get to sing. Oh, good. Hey, Christina, welcome in. Oh, that's good news. I could just spend Christmas with two people this year. Oh, exciting! So you won't be alone this year. Yeah, and Maria, this one has a lot of details in it. So it turns out um, Kai's been missing for a year, and in that year, he ended up getting married to the princess. So he's a married man now. Poor Gerda, he's moved on. On Christmas Eve, I'll be with Dad and the dad. Oh, good. That's good news. Christina, has it been snowing over there too in Michigan? You are our East Coast uh, watchman for snow. Gerda pushed the door open and peered at the sleeping bodies. Aw. The prince had his back to her, and she could only hear him breathing. He had his head of brown hair. It was Kai. Gerda raced to his side and shook him awake. I hate it here. Oh, lots of snow. The prince and princess awoke and lit the lamp between their beds. Aw, so her best friend. Turns out he aged. He got older, married the princess. Mhm. Oh, is it still fighting with its friend? By the glow of the light, Berta saw the prince's face. Prince's face. It wasn't Kai after all. She couldn't help but weep. She had been so sure that her journey had ended and that she and Kai would be reunited. Oh, so it wasn't him. The prince and princess listened to Gerda's story. They were good people and they wanted to help the poor girl. The next morning, they dressed Gerda in the finest clothes of silk and velvet. You are welcome to stay with us, the princess said. But Gerda knew she couldn't. Kai was still out there and she needed to find him. The prince and princess outfitted her with warm boots and a muff and gave her a golden coach with her own driver and horse. Goodbye and good luck, they said to her and waved as her carriage pulled away. So there's Gerda. Look at her ornate carriage that she got. She got that as a gift from the prince and the princess to lead. Once she found out that that wasn't Kai, she said goodbye, au revoir, and they gave her this really cute outfit too. Oh, I also went to a Christmas party. My grand. Oh, fun! Did you have a lot of fun, Christina? They have a lot of good food. Oh, an Amazon gift card. That's nice. I love it. Gerda was very warm and glad to be moving much faster than on foot. But her comfort didn't last long. In the dark forest, her golden carriage shone like the moon. Gold, voices cried, and the carriage came to a sudden halt. Robbers attacked them. They stole her horse and killed the driver, then dragged Gerda out of the coach and onto the ground. Gerda's having a real bad time. Let's kill her too, someone cried, and Gerda covered her face in fear. So she went in her golden carriage and she ended up getting robbed. Leave it to Hans Christian Andersen to give you the real story. Hans Christian Andersen, they don't coat it with anything sweet. Stop, a small voice piped up. Don't kill her. She could come home with me and be my playmate. The voice belonged to a robber girl who was very spoiled and always got what she wanted. I won't let them kill you, but you must not make me angry. Do you promise? The robber girl asked. The robber girl took Gerda home with her. She boasted about her collection of animals, all stolen. So let's see who this girl is. So we've got these land pirates. Hey, Georgia Peach, welcome in. I know. Wow, I'm about to get nightmares on this. I know, right, Samantha? But it's a good book, though. I like the story. Oh, here's the girl. Look at her. She's outfitted pretty good. Don't make her angry. I love the colors that they're using for this. These dark colors for dark personalities, and then these light colors, bright colors for bright personalities. Oh, they had pizza. That's really good. And those are my doves, the robber girl said, pointing to the birds perched on the rafters. I keep them locked inside because otherwise they'll fly off. Gerda was quite frightened and she started to cry. She told the robber girl her whole story and how much she missed Kai. Come and sleep over here. I can protect you. The robber girl showed Gerda where to sleep, then curled up nearby, tucking a knife under her pillow. That night, as the robber girl slept, the doves spoke to Gerda. Oh, was it at a bowling alley, Christina, or you guys went all together afterwards? So here's the robber girl. She's got this big collection of animals that she stole. She's got some exotic animals. She's got a peacock. She's got a couple of peacocks, some doves, and a monkey. Oh, at a bowling alley? Oh, that's fun. Shelby, welcome in. And so they go to sleep, and Gerda, she's pretty smart. She slept with a knife underneath her pillow. And then the doves started talking to her. We have seen Kai, they said. He rode in the Snow Queen's sleigh. They were going to Lapland, where it's always winter. How do I get there? Gerda asked. Ask the reindeer, the bird said. He is from Lapland. In the morning, when Gerda told the robber girl about what the doves had said, the girl decided to help Gerda escape. She snuck her past the rest of her family and gave her the reindeer. Take this girl with you, Lapland, she instructed the reindeer. By doing this, you have earned your freedom from me. Yeah, Lapland. Isn't that fun? So Lapland, the reindeer is, the reindeer is from Lapland, and Lapland is where she's gonna find Kai. I love it. Thank you so much for that, SpongeBob. The reindeer was overjoyed. He allowed Gerda to climb onto his back, and he took off into the wilderness. They journeyed day after day until, with little rest, traveling farther and farther north. Look at the northern lights, said the reindeer. The colors danced across the dark sky, and the reindeer and the girl pushed onward. Finally, the pair arrived in Lapland. They stopped at the first house they saw, eager to get out of the cold. So they're very up north, up there where the northern lights are at. Isn't that pretty? So even though she's looking for her friend, she's going on these great adventures and meeting these great people. And there's a little home. The little cozy home with the little light on. There's like a chimney. Not fun. The Lapp woman welcomed them and said, You still have 100 miles to go. From here, you can see the fireworks that the Snow Queen shoots into the sky every night to entertain herself. The Lapp woman instructed them to find the Finnish woman who lives near the Snow Queen's palace. When they reached the Finnish woman's home, the fire was so strong and the house was so warm that Gerda took off her boots and mittens. The Finnish woman gave the reindeer ice to cool him down and whispered to him that Kai was living in the Snow Queen's palace. He thinks it's the best place in the world. He has a sliver of glass in his heart and a grain of glass in his eye. This keeps the Snow Queen's power over him. Can't you help the poor girl? The reindeer begged. Can you give her power to remove the glass? Don't you see that she has the power within her? The Finnish woman said. Look at all the animals and people who have served her. Look how far she has come. When she started out with nothing but bare feet. This is her true power. Take her to the Snow Queen's garden and then come back. She will be able to save Kai on her own. The Finnish woman put Gerda on the reindeer's back and sent them off. Hey, Tanya, welcome in. Yeah, it is a beautiful glow, huh? Looks amazing. Tanya, how are you doing? How are you feeling? So they get into that little house. It's very warm. And there's the Finnish woman. And she talks to the reindeer, and the reindeer tells her about what Gerda's looking for. Gerda, she's knocked out. She's tired. And the Finnish woman tells the reindeer she'll be able to do it because everybody's been on her side the last couple of days through her journey. I'm good. My son has croup and ear infection. Oh no. How's he feeling? Is he in the midst of it, or is he getting over it? I don't have my mittens or boots, Gerda said, but the reindeer kept running. He stopped at the Snow Queen's garden, let Gerda climb off, and then ran away before Gerda could protest. Gerda stood alone at the gates to the Snow Queen's garden. The snow stung her feet, and the wind whistled in her ears. With the palace in sight, she ran through the garden as quickly as her numb feet would carry her. The snow darted in every direction, and as she drew closer, the snowflakes grew bigger. They took the form of spears aimed directly at little Gerda. Gerda continued on, thinking only of her lost friend. So she's going to go rescue her friend. Kai better be very thankful for Gerda coming to rescue him because she's going through it. He's on antibiotics for it, but he at the end of... Oh, good. Doing really good time days. Tomorrow's our last day before Christmas break. So I'm really excited about that. Meanwhile, at the Snow Queen's palace, Kai was there alone. I'm going to the warm countries with the volcanoes, the Snow Queens had said that morning. I thought I could chalk their peaks a bit. The Snow Queen flew away, and Kai sat by himself on the icy palace floor. Yeah, really excited. So there's Gerda. She finally meets Kai. The Snow Queen, she's bored. She's gonna go create some havoc where the volcanoes are at. The palace walls were made of snow. The windows were made of wind and ice. The hallways were several miles long and were lit only by the northern lights. In the middle of the palace there was a frozen lake. In the middle of the lake was the Snow Queen's throne. The lake itself was cracked into millions of pieces of ice. The Snow Queen had told Kai that if he could form the word eternity with the pieces, he would be free. The Snow Queen, she has Kai just trapped there in that snowy palace. And it's Gerda's job to get those shards of glass out of his eye. That was how Gerda found Kai. He was sitting on the icy floor in the empty hall, black and blue from the cold, arranging and rearranging the pieces of ice. Kai, Gerda cried. At last I found you. Gerda ran to him and held him in her arms. His body was stiff and cold, and his eyes looked up at her without recognition. Kai, sweet Kai, come back to me, Gerda begged. She cried as she held him, and her tears fell onto his chest, deep into his heart, and melted the ice. He looked up at Gerda and wept. His own tears cleared his sight once again. Gerda, Kai said, my dear friend, where have you been? What happened to me? Gerda told him every part of her journey, from her red shoes in the river to the roses in the old woman's garden, the crow, the prince and the princess, the robber girl, and the reindeer who had brought her here. She kissed his cheeks and his cold fingers and watched his color return. Aww. Look at them, how cute. She rescued him. Isn't that a gorgeous illustration? This gold background here with these red roses and these deep greens. Kai and Gerda were so happy that they stood up and danced. They danced on the icy lake, and the ice danced with them. When the ice stopped, it lay down and formed the word eternity. Now, even if the Snow Queen were to return, Kai had earned his freedom. Hand in hand, Gerda and Kai walked out of the palace. The reindeer was waiting for them in the garden to take them to the border of Lapland. Soon the snow began to melt. Spring was here. Gerda and Kai traveled together through the forest. At the edge of the forest, they came upon the river, and in the distance was their city. They followed the river upstream, and soon they were back on their own street. They walked up the steps to see Grandma. Everything inside looked the same furniture and the same tick tock of the clock. But as they stepped through the doorway, they realized that they had changed. They were no longer children. The two friends sat on their old chairs and held hands. As they looked at the roses in the garden, all memory of the Snow Queen disappeared. There they sat as grown ups, but in their hearts they were still children. Outside it was sunny and warm, a perfect summer day. Aww! Welcome in, Destiny. The end. The Snow Queen. I give this definitely a 10. It was a little lengthy. It was a little long, but definitely give this a good a 10 because of the story, the beginning of the journey to the end. Everybody in the comment section, let's see what everybody is thinking. 1 through 10. 1 if you if you thought meh. 5, all right, or 10 if you really enjoyed it. Trump Below's Bubba gives it a 10. Yule a 10. Bucks and Babe an 8. We're gonna pour the tea tonight. Tonight we have a lavender chamomile with a honey base, a honey syrup base. Mike Silva a 10. 10 for the pictures, of course. I couldn't focus on the story. Yeah, the story was a little lengthy. A lot of detail went into that story. But yeah, I agree, Maria. The pictures really good. Pictures really good. We're pouring it to get removal. Oh, Tanya, yeah, I've never had that before. 8 out of 10 for Book Homer. Mm-hmm. Georgia Peach, just on what I heard, it was very wordy. Yeah, lots of words in that one. I agree. But we did get to 10K. So let's set the timer for 1 minute. Hey Siri, set the timer for 1 minute.
1 minute, starting now.
Let's go ahead and tap, tap, tap. We're going to try to reach 40K by the end of the night. After this second book that we read, Books and Babe sent me a present through the mail. We've got 2 boxes that we're going to open up after the second book, I'm sorry. So if you enjoy watching people open presents, I'm going to open it up after the second one. So no clue. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and look and see in our stacks. We'll get 2 Christmas and 2 regular ones. This one's called Nara and the Island. Nara and the Island. Isn't that a glorious picture? This one's going to be a really good one. Hey Siri, turn off. We love it when we get a good end page. This aerial view of the island. And there's a whale in the water there. This was published in 2016. And let's see what kind of media they used for it. That doesn't say. My home is so small, you can't lose anything. At least, that's what my dad says. So this is her home. My home is so small, you can't lose anything. At least, that's what my dad says. So there's Dad. He's on the chair over there, enjoying the afternoon. Their little house, their little cottage. And there's our, isn't it Tanya? There's the main character there. But sometimes I felt like getting lost. So I would go to my secret hiding place and look out at the other island. So even though it was a small little island, she found a little place where she could have her own space. So she'd go to the side of the cliff there, and she would look to the other island there. These illustrations are really good. Something about them. Then I dream about how I'd get over to it. I could make long legs and run across. I could ask the birds to fly me there, or I could borrow Dad's bottle collection and empty the sea. Very imaginative. So while she was there gazing at the island next door, yes, soft and bright at the same time, she would think of imaginative ways of how she would get to the other side of the island. So she would go with these long legs. She'd ask the birds to fly her over. Or she'd take her dad's empty bottles and empty the sea out so she could get there. And what is Dad looking at? Looks like Dad's looking at mermaids. But I would have needed 1,000,000,000,000 bottles. So instead of dreaming, I always ended up feeling sad. Or I did until today when Dad found my hiding place. He says now that he's fixed our boat, we can have a real adventure. So she thought, you know what? In order for me to get to the other side, I would have to have 1,000,000,000 bottles to empty the sea. So she got depressed, but until her dad came and said, guess what? I fixed this boat. We're going to go on an adventure. That puts her in a good mood. He's going to find the big fish. It's in lots of his books, but no one has ever caught it. So Dad's adventure, they're going to go find the big fish in this boat. But no one has, the thing is, nobody's ever caught the big fish. And if I stay close to shore, I can explore the island while he rows around it. Oh, that's cool. So he's going to drop her off. She's going to get to explore, and then he's going to come back. We love when we get a page break and no words. We just get an illustration to move the story forward. And there she is. She comes across this, she's in this island that she's been dreaming about a lot. She comes across this toucan and these gorgeous flora and fauna. Up close, the island is bigger and greener and noisier and stranger. This is gorgeous illustrations. It just makes you want to look at the details. Full of curious shapes, funny sounds, and odd-looking things. It's scary and I want to go home. But then I meet the biggest surprise of all, called a ran. Oh, so she meets a friend there. So she's exploring it. She's seeing all these crazy things. She gets a little scared, a little overwhelmed, but then she meets this friend, Aaron. Aaron says some of the funny-looking things are his best friends. I tell him about my home, it's a little small and quiet, where it's hard to find a hideaway. He tells me about his home, so noisy and wild that he's always trying to find a bit that's just his. So here's his island. This is his reality here. He's got all these friends, brothers and sisters, monkeys. There's the mom, two kids, so it's 3 total. So he's got a busy life, and he listens to he listens to her, and envies that space that she has. The little quiet lane. Hey, Rach, welcome in. Aaron has one secret place, though. It's so beautiful, he's never shown it to anyone. But maybe we could share it. Aw. So he does have a secret place. And he's going to show her. And look at this picture. Isn't that a cute picture? They go out into the sea together. I think I like that. So look at his secret place. His secret place is the opposite. And he stares out into her place. So they've been gazing at each other, wondering what the other island is for the longest time. And there's the dad coming back. That's a very sweet story. The end. Nara and the island. You guys are getting really good titles tonight. Deep storytelling tonight. Nara and the island. First, we started with the Snow Queen. A little lengthy, but gorgeous illustrations. Good storytelling. Yeah, a match made in heaven, right, Tanya? And then Nara and the island. 2. In the comment section, let's see what everybody is thinking. I'm going to go with 1 and 2. I think both of them are really good. I think the story and the illustrations are both really good. Yule 2. Books and Babe 1. Maria 2. Tanya 2. Hey Siri, let's set the timer for 1 minute. Guys, great job on keeping up on the taps. We're at 20K. If we can get 10K for each book, we're going to make our goal. Trump Blows Bubble 1, Samantha 2. Excellent job. Yeah, I agree. I agree with both of those. Okay. We're going to open some presents. One of our viewers, one of our faithful viewers, Tara or Books and Babe, she sent me a gift through the mail, and I decided to hold on to them until, or not open them until the live. So we're going to open up the first one. I'm going to cover her address. Merry Christmas. I'll take a screenshot of that. Let me get some scissors here. I know that some of us love to open gifts. Hey Siri, turn on. Let's see what the surprise is. This one looks like a figurine. Oh, fun! It's a mug. Aw, that's really cute. Look at how cute that is. Oh my God, I love it! And then we get 2 metal straws. I love my metal straws. Isn't that the best? Hey Liz, welcome in. I know, guys, isn't that fun? I'm gonna get a lot of compliments on this. Tara, this is very cute. Thank you so much. Isn't that the best? Liz, Bucks and Babes sent me some Christmas presents, so I'm opening them up now. Look at the detail on these, the little books. Guys, this is gonna be so fun right here. That's where we're gonna keep it. And it's got the little container on it. Isn't that fun? Yeah, it's very sweet of her. I agree. I love that. Tara, thank you so much for that. That made me so happy. Thank you. It made a lot of us happy too. Isn't it, Maria? I love it. All right, the next one, a big one. I love it. Thank you so much. It was very sweet of you to do that. It's something you did not have to do, but I will not turn away a gift. Makes me very happy. I'm happy that the reading has inspired your guys' happiness. This is the box that it comes in. We love a good snowflake. Look at that shimmer. Isn't that great? Ooh, I can't wait to see what this one. If it's as good as the first one, the second one's gonna be really nice. Aww, she got us some books. We got How to Catch a Snowman, and it's got a texture to it as well. It's got like a nice glitter to it. And The Snail and the Whale. I love it. And our last one, Smart George by Jules Pfeiffer. I absolutely adore it. Thank you so much, Tara. I really appreciate that. Bucks and Babe. Those of you who are familiar with Bucks and Babe, she is on our East Coast feed. I love it. Thank you for my gifts. I will treasure them always. Treasure them always. And they put a huge smile on my face. Mm-hmm. Definitely. Since we have, we're reading 2 Christmas and 2 regular ones, we're going to read How to Catch a Snowman. This is a beautiful, yes, more good books to read. This one's a really good cover. I really love this blue icy color and this white. Guys, and if you look really close, this has a red like tinge to it. It's white glitter, but it's got like a tinge to it. And then she put a little snowman on there. Thank you so much for that. We love a good end page. I feel so happy. It says, who needs friends when you have books? So true. How to Catch a Snowman. When the moon is full on a snowy night, something magical happens if the time is right. Right, Liz? Hey, Billy Cody, welcome in. It's not an old silk hat that brings me to life, but the enchanted snow star shining down at midnight. Oh, look at how pretty that is. We love a good moon in children's literature. The library. Love the colors on this. It's like a blue, and it's got like a blue filter on it. I don't thumpity think, or I don't thumpity thump, or give warm hugs. That's for my friends to do. These clever kids will try to trap me, but who will catch me? You. So there are the kids there, and then there's the snowman. So we're going to have to try to catch the snowman. The first trap was a good attempt. Your running made me smile. Your net of scarves might have done the trick, but it's left you all in a pile. So they're trying to capture him with these cloths, but he got away from that. Yeah, I really love the bright colors on this one. Now this trap is an improvement, and my escape is no guarantee. But I'll skate fast, and with a spin, you're covered in snow, like me. Oh, they still were not able to get him. They give it a 10, though. A snowman who loves summer? I've heard of this before. What you didn't know is I can fly. Stand back and watch me soar. So there's another trap here, but it seems to be an illusion of summer. The kids, they want to try to melt him. Chasing down the hillside, you're really good at skiing. But when I bounce into a snowball, I'm really good at fleeing. Aw. So he takes off. Even though when they're skiing, still can't get past them. I have to admit that trap you made was a clever use of snow. But I can see that it's a trick. It's time for me to go. He slams right into that igloo. Free snowman snacks. Yeah, he is pretty smart. Yeah, and pretty big. They didn't waste any time with him. A snowman shop. That's quite a treat. Made special just for me. Perhaps I'll grab a hat or scarf, or maybe 2 or 3. Snowman accessories. All the different hats. You've got a leprechaun hat. You've got a Cinco de Mayo hat, some scarves. You built me with a carrot nose. I think that's kind of cute. But cuter still is trying to catch me with vegetables and fruit. That didn't get him. Those kids are trying really hard. They got foiled again. This winter wonderland is great, so bright and full of fun. But snow globes can't hold me for long. Too bad, I've got to run. Yeah, snow globes can't keep them down. Woohoo! Your sleigh ride sure is fun. I love gliding down this slide, but I think I'll skip the trampoline that ends with this jolly joyride. I really love the combination of this mug. Books and cats. How did you, is this, Tara, is this custom made or were you able to find it? Because that is such a good combination, especially for our life. I love it. And I love the colors too. My ADD brain, I'm thinking of the mug while I'm reading. Now that was one fantastic trap and very well through and through. Nice try, well done, magnificent job, but I'll still escape from you. You could put your tea in it or water or whatever you want. Yes, definitely. Hey, Billy Cody, I know we missed you too. That's what I need to know. Isn't that a great gift? It's so the two things, cats and books. Once I've escaped your final trap, you got called in for dinner. As the sun set, it seems to me that I am the constant winner. Oh, look at those colors, the purples and the yellows. We love those combinations. You tried so hard to catch me. I'm glad I'm free, it's true. But perhaps before I'm on my way, I can leave a gift for you. Yeah, this one, the colors on this are really good. We love these deep oranges and these deep purples. The little snowman, the shadows too. So pretty. Congratulations. That is so funny. The end. How to catch a snowman. This is a good one. You guys are getting really good titles tonight. This was a gift from Tara, Bucks and Babe. Thank you so much, Tara, for the gift. Really appreciate it. All right, let's go ahead and recap what we have read. We started with the Snow Queen one. Nara and the Island 2. And then How to Catch a Snowman 3. In the comment section, let's see what everybody is thinking. 1, 2, or 3. Mm. Mm. Oh no, Billy Cody, really? When did that come on? Did that just come on all of a sudden? Samantha 3. Trump Blows Bubble 1 was still my fave. Books and Babe 3. Maria 3. Yule 2. Liz 3. Oh no, Billy Cody, how are you feeling? Oh, Tanya 2. It can be so overwhelming, Billy Cody, the emotion, the newness of the baby. Yeah, give yourself some time. Oh, I'm sad to hear that. Oh, that's really nice for you. Yeah, we always say, how's the baby? How's the baby? But we forget to say, how's mom doing? How's mama doing? Mm. Billy Cody, are you getting support? Do you feel supported with everything going on? I'm sorry, guys. I was waiting for her response. Oh, good. Hey Siri, let's set the timer for 1 minute. Let's go ahead and set the timer for one. Click, click, click.
1 minute, 1 click timer, starting now.
We're trying to get to 40K. We're at 33. You guys are doing an amazing job so far. Mm-hmm. You have all the support? Oh, good. That's good to hear. We need to, we always have to remember that moms do a lot. And a lot, we require and we expect a lot from mothers. So, Billy Cody, you have all of our permission to be selfish, to want to spend time on your own, to just regroup and to take care of yourself. Yeah, being a mom is a full. Tanya, yes, speak to that. Being a mom is a full-time job. Is not easy. Hey Siri, turn off. And you're not allowed to complain. You're not allowed to. If you're just not feeling motherly, you're not allowed to say that. You're not allowed to express it. It's hard for your spouse to understand because they don't. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that I understand too, Tanya. I'm not. I couldn't put myself into that place, but the empathy is there. My sister-in-law went through postpartum. Yeah, we're not allowed to say things. Oh. Well, you're in a safe space, Billy Cody. Oh, good. Oh, it took you 8 months, Tanya. Yeah. I know. Yeah. I have this new appreciation for my coworkers. Like one of my coworkers, she's got twins. And she had to come back after 6 weeks. And I'm like, girl, I do not know how you do it. Do not know how you do it. So yeah, a safe space, and it's okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Maria, isn't that? That's tough. Yeah. Oh, guys, yeah. We're going to send you lots of positive, Tanya as well. Tanya, we send you lots of positive energy, lots of space for you as well. Yeah, because it's difficult. Okay, let's look back in the stacks and see what we can find. We're going to do this one. This one's called The Sound of Silence. It's definitely sending love and light. The Sound of Silence. Little Yoshio wiggled with anticipation. 3, 2, 1. He threw open the front door. Oh, Books and Babe, okay. Have a good night. Thank you again, Tara, so much for the gifts. I love them. I'll cherish them. Yeah, people don't understand how debilitating postpartum is, and I can't imagine. Yeah, love to all the moms. We'll definitely, see you tomorrow for Project Wednesday. So here's little Yoshio. He opens the door. He's gonna go out to the big city. The sounds of the city swirled all around him. Tokyo was like a symphony hall. So we find out that the city that he lives in is the city of Tokyo. We love a good cultural book, a good cultural moment. The sights and the sounds. Yoshio listened to the sound of his boots squishing and squashing through the puddles, and the tiny raindrops pattering on his umbrella. The sound of his giddy giggles made him giggle more. Yeah, we love a good cultural book. So Tokyo, he's hopping around in the rain. My hope is to one day to go to Tokyo. I wouldn't know where to start though. Suddenly, Yoshio heard the strangest sound. High and then low, squeaky and vibrating, amazing. It was a koto player carefully tuning his instrument. Then the koto player played. The notes were twangy and twinkling. They tickled Yoshio's ears. When the song finished, Yoshio said, "Sensei, I love sounds, but I've never heard a sound like that." The koto player laughed, and it sounded like the metal bell that swayed in the wind in Mama's garden. So he sees this guy playing the koto. High and low, squeaky and vibrating. It was the koto player. We've all seen this before. The koto player, but actually to know the name of it. And look at the people. I love the facial expressions of these people. This guy's going to work with his coffee. The Asian people, they're always dressed really nice. They're always dressed with nice pin suits and pinstripes. Sensei, Yoshio said, "Do you have a favorite sound?" "The most beautiful sound," the koto player said, "is the sound of ma, of silence." "Silence?" Yoshio asked. But the koto player just smiled a mysterious smile and went back to playing. Very unique illustrations, Brooke Homer. I agree. So the sensei says that the best sound is silence. I believe that. I like to sometimes just sit in my apartment and just listen to the quiet. Yoshio bowed to the koto player and ran to school. Where can I find silence? Yoshio wondered as he listened to the thwack of his boots on the pavement. So there's the koto player. So this word silence has really got him in a tizzy because he's got noise all around him. He listened for it through the school day, but there was always some kid making noise. At recess, the sun came out and Yoshio went to the quietest place he knew, the bamboo grove at the edge of the playground. But even there, the bamboo made a tick 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 sound as the wind banged its stalks together. He closed his eyes and heard the swish, swish, swish of the wind making the leaves talk. It was beautiful, but it wasn't silence. So on their playground, they've got these bamboo forests, bamboo trees. And when the wind blows through them, it makes a lot of noise. So there wasn't a lot of quiet there. Walking home from school, Yoshio listened hard. He could hear the horns of buses and the whoosh of bullet trains and the beep, beep, beep of the traffic lights, but no silence. Yoshio knew so many different sounds, loud and soft, sudden and soothing. But silence? Where was the silence? Not at the train station. And in Tokyo and in China, years ahead of the United States when it comes to travel. Years ahead. When I wanted to go visit my friend in Shanghai, I got to go on one of these speed rails. They are so fun and they're so quiet and so fast. You can go into different cities. America could never. It wasn't in the dining room where there was always the sound of chopsticks and slurping and chewing and swallowing. Silence wasn't in the bath where even his toes made noise and little droplets of water kept dripping off his nose. Drip, drip, drip. So here he is still looking for silence. Couldn't find it at the table because they were busy eating. Couldn't feel it while he was taking a bath because of the drip, drip, drip of the water. That night, Yoshio tried to stay up late to catch the silence while his family slept. But his eyes got heavy and then heavier, and soon the sound of a distant radio became part of his dreams. How pretty is the cat? They're very simple, minimalist architecture. The next morning, Yoshio woke up to his neighbor's dog barking and barking. And oh no, he had missed the silence. Yoshio walked to school early. His sisters whizzed by on their way to the park, screeching Yoshio's name. Where was silence? Still looking for it, but couldn't find it in the morning. Yoshio heard the creak of the school gates as he pulled them open. No one was at school yet. He put on his inside shoes and listened as they shuffled on the shiny floor. The classroom felt different without anyone in it. He sat at his desk by the window and pulled out a book. He loved this story, and as he read, he forgot where he was. So here's Yoshio early in the morning before all the students get to school. Thank you so much for the SpongeBob. I really appreciate that, children. Yay. So there he is at the school. He's trying to look and search for silence. Suddenly, in the middle of the page, he heard it. No sounds of footsteps, no people chattering, no radios, no bamboo, no knots being tuned. Oh, no kodos being tuned. In that short moment, Yoshio couldn't even hear the sound of his own breath. So his search throughout this whole book is for silence. And he finally found it in a classroom with a book. Everything felt still inside him, peaceful like the garden after it snowed, like feather-stuffed futons drying in the sun. Silence had been there all along. It had been there between the thumps of his boots when he ran, when the wind stopped for just a moment in the bamboo grove, at the end of his family's meal, when everyone was happy and full after the water finished draining from his bath. Before the koto player's music began and hovering in the air right after it ended. It was between and underneath every sound, and it had been there all along. So he's able to, this is a very deep book. So amongst the noise is quiet. There he is, reading his book in quiet. And we found out that the word ma means silence. I'm looking for ma. The end. It says afterward. The Japanese concept of ma is the silence between sounds. It's the moment when musicians pause together and is at the heart of traditional Japanese music, dance, tea ceremony, flower arrangement, storytelling, and even conversation. Ma is a silence loved by contemporary Japanese composer Turo Takamutsu. He was well known for his compositions for film, greats such as Akira Kurosawa and Masaki Kobayashi. He says that without silence, sound would be meaningless. Oh, Japanese words, yes. I'm Ama, and I love silence. Maria, I love it. You guys got really good titles tonight. Really good titles. Let's recap what we've read. We started with the Snow Queen one. Hans Christian Andersen. Yeah, Whitney, wasn't that a good one? We love a good philosophical book. Nara and the Island 2. How to Catch a Snowman from our friend Books and Babe, Tara. She gifted this for Christmas. And 4, The Sound of Silence. I'm going to say all 4 tonight. Trump Blows Bubble 1, 2, 4, and 3. I agree. They were also good in there. Yes. I agree, Maria. The illustrations, the storytelling. Samantha 3, the storytelling, everything. You guys got a lot of good art tonight. Brooke Comer 4. A lot of good art, a lot of good conversation, a lot of community. A lot. And we made it to 40K. You guys did an amazing job. Thank you so much, guys, for that. I really appreciate that. Remember, tomorrow is Project Wednesday. Tomorrow is my last day, thank God. And I'll be able to divert all my energy to you guys. So all my energy that I don't waste at work is going to be extended to you. So get ready. Yay, yes, yay for the last day tomorrow. Woohoo! Tomorrow we're going to be making Christmas trees out of pine cones. You guys are going to be working with acrylic spray paints. We're going to be using either a gold, a pink, or a silver. Thank you so much, Mary. I appreciate that. We're going to spray it down, and then we're going to use embellishments to decorate the pine cone. And then we'll be able to stick it up here on our tree. Alrighty, friends. Thank you so much for the 40,000 likes. Really appreciate that. Melanie, thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. I would like to go on YouTube or Pinterest to get those ideas. Lots of good ideas out on the internet. Yay! Thank you so much for those, SpongeBob. Thank you guys for the 40,000 likes. If you are on the East Coast, have yourselves a good night. If you are on the West Coast, we will be back on again in about 30 minutes, about a half hour, with 4 new fresh titles. 4 new fresh titles. Everyone have a good night, and we'll see you soon. Have a good night, everyone.